Weaponeer here. This is going to be a re-review actually, and it's based on one of the first reviews I ever did was on this holster. This is a Blade Tech holster, and it's the only Blade Tech holster I own. Not because I don't like them. This has been extremely handy, and I've used this quite extensively, and you can't tell. It looks just as good now as it did the day I bought it. And this is a big holster. I mean, take a look at the size of this holster in relationship to my chest or to my head. And you get to see this is a good sized holster. This is a very thick holster. Now, this is either a ABS or Kydex. I can't tell the difference between these two. This is very, very, very thick. This right here, you can just about drive a truck over. It's really big, really heavy, and I've never had any problem at all with it. And basically, so you know which type of holster we're talking about, this is the holster for the Desert Eagle 50 Action Express, or any Desert Eagle. And I've been using this pistol for several years, and I had to have a holster for it. Now, the one thing I don't like is I typically don't like a nylon holster. And most of the holsters that you find, at least at that time, were nylon holsters. They're your basic one-size-fits-all. I just don't like a one-size-fits-all. I wanted a holster that really had the ability to fit the pistol I was carrying, and that would be the Desert Eagle. I wasn't carrying this daily. This is not a CCW or something like that, unless you get howitzer wheels or something. This is a big, heavy pistol. I did carry this one day, all day, and it was a busy day at the range. I went ahead and I went to one of the DPMS shoots, one of their zombie shoots, and the second one actually. And I carried this along with rifles and gear and everything else all day long. So I carried actually my Desert Eagle as well as my Baby Eagle. And I carried them all day. I didn't have a problem with it. And this right here really made that possible. Now, this is designed specifically for the Tech Lock. And so there's a couple of things about this holster that I really liked. Number one, it was an offset holster. So if you take a look at that holster, you know, that right there is straight up and down, but it's designed to hang like that at a slight angle. So this is a drop-down holster, meaning that the belt is here. You can see it drops down quite a bit lower than the belt, rather than sitting right here like you would normally have some holsters. So this is a drop-down, and this is a slightly angled holster. What this did for me was, when it's inserted, you notice that there's an angle there, and that allowed you to get your whole hand in there to grab the pistol. And you didn't have to worry about, you know, this is a big pistol, so you didn't have to worry about hitting your hand on your, you know, belt or something like that. This allowed you to really go ahead and grab a hold of this whole pistol correctly. And it takes a good grip in order to get this big beast out of there. And there's two spots right here. These are two screws, and this is where the tension is applied. So you just tighten those down for more tension. And I have this one set for pretty significant tension, because during that shoot I was running and jumping and shooting and stuff like that. So I didn't want to, you know, have it fall out. But this, I have it set for a fairly good amount of tension. The only bad thing is I don't know if this is going to work. It's probably not, without modification. It's not going to work with the new style of muzzle brake for the Desert Eagles. Some of the new Desert Eagles where you can, you know, get one retrofitted and it has a muzzle brake on the end, which makes it a lot easier for handling. Well, the other thing is it's got your standard Tech Lock, and everybody pretty much knows the Tech Lock. This is the old version where you had the safety. You went ahead and you removed the safety, and that allowed you to be able to press in and unlock the lock. This could also be changed slightly. You can either angle it forward or backward and things like that. But the Tech Lock, great. It's easy to go ahead and take that, slide it in your holster, slide it on your belt, and it fit perfectly. You don't have to worry about it. On the old style, once you went ahead and locked it on, then you had to take the safety if you wanted to, and then you just lock that safety in there, and there's no way that you can press hard enough to release it. And that made for a very secure holster. Now the new style obviously doesn't require you to remove the safety. It's part of the Tech Lock, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. The Tech Lock I really like. I actually used the Tech Lock on a couple other items. I purchased a Tech Lock, and I decided I was going to go ahead and build a Kydex holster for an AMT backup, and I'm using the Tech Lock for that. And so, you know, I really like the Tech Lock. Tech Lock's a great way of locking it on your gear really quickly. I like a modular system where I'm able to go ahead and take a holster. If I want to carry this, I don't want to go ahead and, you know, remove half the gear just to go ahead and slide this thing back on. Tech Lock allows me to go ahead and just quickly snap it in place, and I'm ready. I can go ahead and just drop this big bad boy right in there, and I'm done. I don't have to worry about it. The only complaint I have about it is they don't make it anymore. When I originally did the video, I went ahead and I was constantly getting people asking me questions about it, and, you know, where I finally found a good holster for a Desert Eagle, and it was, you know, Blade Tech. It wasn't the cheapest holster in the world, but it wasn't that expensive either compared to, you know, a lot of the nylon holsters and things like that at the time. Now you can go ahead and get leather holsters and things like that, and, you know, I like a leather holster. But I don't have a leather holster for the Desert Eagle yet, and eventually I'll get one. But I wanted, you know, when I was looking for a good holster for this, the only place I could go to find the style I was looking for, number one, a drop down and a slightly offset, and that was, you know, Blade Tech. They're the only ones that still design that style, and now they even have a lot nicer ones. They don't make it for the Desert Eagle, but they make it for just about all your other models, you know, like your 1911s and things. So I'll be revisiting the whole Blade Tech holsters again at a later date. Right now I'm currently going through other holster reviews, and who knows, maybe I'll go ahead and be able to do some reviews of the Blade Techs in the future. And so it's really kind of funny that this is the holster that pretty much started it all as far as my reviews, and here we are, 383 or 4 videos out there, 4,400 subscribers, over that, over 100,000 channel views, and just short of 3 million video views. So hard to believe that this little thing right here pretty much started it all. So there you go. This is an excellent holster. I don't mind at all recommending the Blade Tech holsters, especially because of the Tech Lock design and things like that. It's a great line. I wish I could afford more to go ahead and review for you. But until that time, you can go ahead and ask questions on this one. Even though they don't make it anymore, you can still ask questions on this one because they still use the Tech Lock and they still use the basic offsets and things like that. So if you're interested in this design for another model of pistol, feel free to ask. This does not have any kind of retention strap or anything like that. I failed to mention that. The only retention is the tightening. So once you go ahead and you clamp her down even more tight. And the other thing is the one-piece design. This is not 2 pieces sandwiched together and then riveted. It's a one-piece design, so it's one piece of plastic, of whichever type of plastic it is, ABS or something, and it's one piece, so it's just folded over clamshell style, and then they go ahead and they put these little rubber stoppers in here, and That's it. It's a great design, simple, and extremely strong. You can probably go ahead and pound the sights off a Sega shotgun with this thing, which are almost impossible to remove. So, there you go. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rate the videos. I'm Weaponeer. I'll catch you in the next one.